Hi guys, welcome to Marnie's TV Zealots. My name is Denise and my partner in crime is Mary. Mary, say hi.
Hi, we are recapping all of the pilots this fall. So give us a like, give us a subscribe so you can keep up with us. What are we watching today, Denise?
We're watching Ghosted on Fox. So we'll just jump right into it. It's a half-hour comedy and it's a little different.
Okay.
So we first we meet Max. Max Jennifer, is that really his name?
Sorry.
And he's played by Adam Scott. And so he works at a library, or I'm sorry, a bookstore. And he's like telling this lady, she's trying to figure out if she wants to buy this book or not. And then he's like, yeah, that's a good one. You should get it. He's like, my wife was kidnapped or by extraterrestrial beings. And so she's like, okay, it's time to leave. So she puts the book back, gets her kid and hauls it out of there. Which, I mean, yeah, he's a quack, full on, right?
Right.
So then there's Leroy Wright, and he's like a little mall cop now.
Okay.
And so we see this guy, and shoot, I forgot his name. Was it
Max Jennifer?
No. The guy, okay, so I forget his name, but he's recording and he's like, oh my God, they're trying to get me or whatever. And then he says, contact these two guys, Max and Leroy. And so, so all of a sudden, Max is taken. And then Leroy is taken, like they get this shot in their neck and they're taken.
Oh.
So then they wake up in this van. And so the guy's like, man, I've been up for a couple of minutes. I don't know what's going on. I'm glad you woke. And then so this guy pops through the peephole. He's like, oh man, y'all woke. Y'all weren't supposed to be woke yet. And then he's like, anyway, you've been kidnapped. Oh my God, it was hilarious. Oh, wow. And so they're like, who kidnapped us? And he's like, I can't tell you, I gotta go, bye. And so they get to their destination and they're like tied up in this little room or whatever. And then in walks in this lady, and it's what's her name? Ava Laffrey. Anyway, she introduces them to, she's like, you're in the underground bureau and I need your help. One of our agents went missing, and on his last recorded video, he asked for you two. And he's like, you're the only one who can save him. And so Max is like, no, they're like, no way, nope. And then she's like, look, I can get you your job back. Was it at NASA? No, it wasn't. I can't remember what it was, but it was something like that. Like he's like a techie, and he wrote all these books about the multiverse, and he's like, oh my God, it's real. Anyway, but I'm jumping ahead. But the other guy, Leroy, who's played by Craig Robinson, she's like, if you help us, then we'll get you your job back. Well, how did I keep forgetting what their jobs was? But it was something maybe at the FBI or something. I can't remember. Anyway, it was a better job than mall cop. Yeah. And so, man, I don't know how I forgot these things. Maybe I should have wrote it down. But anyway, that's neither here nor there, because they finally decide, yes, they'll do it. Anyway, they go on this mission to find the guy, and they find out that all of this weird stuff really exists. And then they're chasing, and I like literally screamed like it was a scary movie for real, because this big guy with glowing eyes just popped out of nowhere when they got back to the scene where the guy was taken from. And so they was like, oh snap, and then they're running and they're and they're like, get us out of here, help us, escape. And so the guys start shooting, and it was like, they're shooting at us. And she's like, yeah, I hear that. But anyway, it was funny. And so they finally find the guy who they're looking for. And he's like strapped to this table, and the big crazy dude who was just chasing after them takes off his head, and he sits it on the tray, and he's like, I don't know what he's doing, but
without a head.
Huh?
He doesn't have a head.
Yeah, he doesn't have a head.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And so they convince each other. Well, first Leroy says, oh my God, okay, you go in, snatch the head, and I'll stay back and save the dude. And he's like, no, I got a better idea. You go in, snatch the head, and run, and I'll save the dude.
Yes, that's me.
Right? I'm like, I'll be waiting in the car.
Right.
Oh, I skipped the part that was like super funny. So he chains him in. Leroy chains Max in the car when he first goes in to check out what's going on. And then he's like, this extraterrestrial being like takes over the car and has them all up in the air and stuff. And so he's like, he comes back out and the car drops, and he's like, what happened? He's like, man, you left me in there. I could have died. And so he's like, well, he has this moment where he breaks down, he's like, what happened with you? I think it was the FBI. I don't know. And he's like, what happened to you? He's like, I got my partner killed, and I was trying to stop you from having the same mistake happen. He followed me in the building and got killed, whatever. Anyway, so then jump back to the point where I was before. They're about to make this plan or whatever. And so when he opens the door, Max does go in and get the head, but when he comes out, he throws it to Leroy and starts running. So now the headless dude is chasing both of them. And then like they finally get rid of the headless dude. And the eyes are like talking, and the thing is talking, and they're like, ah!
Oh.
It's crazy. So anyway, when they go back to find the guy who they were looking for, of course he's gone. They run back out, and they see this big spaceship thing, and like it's lifting the guy's body into the spaceship. Wow. And then the crazy guy head is somehow back attached to his body, and then you see this like light comes out of his body, and then he's like, they're about to he's like, no, don't shoot, it's me, I was possessed by something. And oh my God. So now they're back at the bureau, the underground Bureau of Investigation.
Okay.
And so they're telling him, she's like, well, I did say you could, do one case and then you'd be free or whatever. And then so they're like, okay, well, let's go. And then Max is like, no, I want to stay. The case isn't over. This is the first time I've been a part of something. I just realized everything that I ever thought was real is actually real. So he wants to stay on. And she's like, okay, great. And then Leroy just, agrees to stay on too.
Oh, that's
but
cute.
All in all, I thought it was funny.
Did you watch another one?
Yeah, well, I have to watch too. Anyway, but I thought it was funny. It's a cute little quirky show, and it was funny.
Now it's called Ghosted, but it's about extraterrestrials. I thought it was about ghosts.
Well, I don't know. Maybe it's because they possess them. I don't know. I have no idea. Or maybe they think it's ghosts.
Okay.
I don't know.
Anyway.
But yeah, I think diversity was good. They had like the tech girl was she was a woman and she was Black. Mm-hmm. And Leroy was obviously played by Craig Robinson, who's black. And then they had the woman in charge. She was a white woman, but still a woman.
And for originality, did it remind you of anything else, or was it pretty original story?
I think it was original, but it was like kind of like, it seemed like it was kind of like spoofing the comics a little bit, but I still felt like it was original for the most part. I mean, hey. And then what was the other thing?
Oh, I think that was it.
Okay.
Creativity, like the look of it.
Oh yeah, I thought it was creative.
Okay.
Especially, there was this one scene where the guy was like, he's like, he's the best detective. That he was a detective. That's what he was. Okay. He was the best detective that, missing persons detective or whatever. And so he's like, search his last pay stub or something. Anyway, something. Oh, cool. And then he finds out that he had a garage or a storage locker. And so then they go to the storage locker, and then it says, "Are you in the dark?" So he's like, "Oh, we got to close the door." So he closed the door, and then all of this like designs and stuff. So then it was Max's turn. It was like, "Oh my God, this is some type of injector or something or other." I can't remember. But anyway, it was really cool how, like, when the lights went off, the whole neon paint came up, and it was this whole like intricate design or whatever. But yeah, I thought it was cool.
Awesome.
All right, guys. So you watched it and you liked it and you think it's a show that we should continue to recap and all that great stuff, let us know. Leave a comment below. Mary, where can they find you on social media?
I am at Simply the Worst. Sorry I didn't get to watch it. Come and drag me for missing it, but it's cool.
Okay, and I'm F Forever Sam Sadie's. Thanks for watching, guys, and have a great night. Bye.